Today at Coyote Classics, I get the opportunity to drive this beautiful blue 1969 Chevelle Super Sport, powered by an awesome running 396 V8 engine. Its engine bay is very nicely done. Super Sport hood. Bottom of the hood is painted a real nice semi-gloss black. Done very nicely. Back to factory. When they restored it, they did a beautiful job. They took everything apart, the doors, trunk, hood, fenders off. I mean, they did a really nice job restoring it. Inner fenders are all painted nice, matte, kind of a semi-gloss to matte black. The restored chose to do the engine in a black rather than the correct orange. Not sure why on that, but that's what he chose. Chrome valve covers. It does have the hooker headers. Hooker headers have just a little bit of surface rust to them, which kind of tells me the restoration is probably 5 years old or so. But all in all, really nice looking engine bay. It does have manual disc brakes in the front. As we look across the top of the hood to the top of the fender, it lines up beautifully. We need a little more adjustment done on the hood. It's just a little tighter up at the very front corner up there. It needs to be adjusted a little bit. As we look at the paint on the front nose piece and on the hood, absolutely fantastic paint. It's got a really nice metallic laid out very nicely. Also, when this car was restored, it's got brand new bumpers, brand new grille, emblems, turning signals down in the bottom. The housings and the lenses are all new. Headlight eyebrows are new. Just really nice front end on this car. Most of all, I love the stance on the Chevelle. A lot of guys are going kind of to this lower stance on them. Really sits nice. Riding on a really nice set of American Racing chrome rims, 215, 7015s up front, BFGs, really nice tires. As we look at the paint on this car overall, a really nice paint job. It's got a few flaws here and there, and I'll point them out. But overall, just a show quality, local car show quality car, something you can be really proud of, and just an absolutely straight car from bumper to bumper. Again, the paint on the hood is excellent. Paint on the top of the fenders is super nice. It's got just a little bit of a scuff right here in the very top edge, and a couple tiny little chips right here that have been touched up right on this very edge here. As we look at the roof, there's no hail damage, no prior waves, wrinkles anywhere. Super straight roof. If we look real close, I'm not sure really what this is right here, but there's just some little specks. You can barely feel them. There's no raised area or nothing like that, but just some little chips, I think, in the clear coat. So then when it was buffed, those little spots just kind of filled in with buffing compound that needs to be cleaned up. Chrome around the windows, front and rear is all new. We also have just a little bit of, it looks like a little bit of a touch up right here in this quarter right here by the back, just about this wide, just a little touch up there. Back shelf is excellent. It's got Polk Audio 6x9s in there. As we come around to the back, absolutely no smoke. It's got a fantastic sounding big block engine with beautiful dual exhaust with headers. Back bumper's brand new, chrome tips are new. Taillight lenses are new, as well as the taillight housings. All the SS emblems are new, and so is the chrome around the back. Just very, very nicely done. If we look up and down the side, super straight car. Absolutely no bubbles or blisters anywhere in that lower quarter. That's just perfect back there. As we go over, the wheel well is excellent. overall is beautiful. No bubbles or blisters, no issues. Bottom corners of the doors are great. There's a little paint chip right here on the rocker and another one that's touched up right here. Lower fender's excellent, no blisters, bubbles, nothing like that. Corner of the door is great. As we go to the inside, very nice interior. It's got the correct SS396 door panels, brand new. Armrest bases are all new. They did a nice job on the screws around there. They're all new as well. New window cranks, new handle, new carpet, new, basically everything is brand new except for the dash pad, guys. It's got a crack in the dash pad right in the center here, but the rest of the dash pad's really nice. Glove box is good. They even went ahead and did all new kick panels with the vents in here that open up. They're all nice and free with all new chrome bezels for them. As we go in the door jambs, like I said, just a really nice local car show quality paint job on the whole car. Carries good oil pressure after it's been sitting here running for a while. Car's nice and warmed up, 190 degrees. That's where the dual electric fans are keeping it running. Oil pressure is about 30 pounds at an idle 35. Shows it's charging. Console looks brand new. Steering wheel is brand new on it. Rear view mirror is new. The visors are original. So the visors have a few little stitches that are just coming loose right here in the corners. Now the seats have all been redone, and when they did the seats, they put all the new chrome around the bezels. They put new chrome on the little knobs here. All new seat backs, seat surround, new chrome there, new button. It's got the correct seat belts here. And when they did the door jamb paint, they obviously painted it with the doors off. There's no tape line here in the corners. Quarter round's nice. The back door panels are all been replaced. Headliner's been replaced. It does have the seat belts up on the headliner with the correct clips, and the clips are new as well. It's got seat belts for 2 in the back. Back shelf is new. The back shelf was all tucked in nice, guys. That's just how these are. And then when you go down the road with the windows open, it seems to come undone a little bit. That probably needs to be stapled in behind the back seat a little better. Another thing I forgot to mention, as far as our roof rail rubbers go, windows fit really good. We're putting in new window rollers next week on it. I've got a brand new window roller kit, so we're going to do those rear windows so they roll up and down a little easier than what they do right now. Again, just wanted to give you a nice look at the back end of the car. It's super straight. Paint's really nice on it. It's just a gorgeous car, but there is a few little paint flaws that I'm pointing out on it. So it's not perfect. It's not a trailer queen, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous local car show quality. Something you can be real proud to drive and own. As far as our back corner here, this matches up really nicely on the top of the rear quarter to the trunk lid. Another thing, it lines up really nice here as well, all the way across the back. All been buffed out. The metallic's laid out evenly. A lot of times on metallic you can see some stripes or something like that on it, blotchiness. This car, in my opinion, is definitely not like that. The metallic's laid out very nicely. Same thing on the driver's side, nice and straight. We have just a little hairline crack in the paint alone right here, very small. Again, I'm just nitpicking it, going around every little thing. The paint and body work around this edge here is absolutely perfect. Same thing in this area. There's no issues, no cracks, no paint issues here. In front of the rear wheel, no bubbles or blisters, really nice. All across over the rear wheel, behind the rear wheel, it's excellent. I don't even see any rock chips, guys. This car hasn't been on gravel roads. Hasn't been chipped up hardly at all. As far as our door gap goes, the door gap's really nice and even across the driver's side up and down. This is the first dent I've seen in the car. It's got a little ding right down here on the rocker panel. I'm sure a dentless repair guy can easily pull it out, but just a little ding right there. That's the only dent I've seen on the whole entire car, ding. Corner of the door, rocker panel is excellent. Paint on the fenders, paint on the doors. They're not chipped up, scratched up. Door opens and closes good. The handles are excellent. Corner of the door's in really nice shape. As we go to all the rubbers, the door rubbers are really nice, and they did a nice job when they put them in. They're the high quality rubbers and felts. Door panels, armrest, bases, just like I said on the passenger side, everything is brand spanking new in the interior. Very nicely done. We have a few things to do to the car yet. I've got to do a little brake work to it. It's got disc brakes on the front, and they're manual disc brakes. They do not pull left or right, and they do stop, but they just don't stop as good as they should, so we're going to do a little work there. Also, the kick down of the transmission needs to be adjusted, and the speedometer is off about 20 mile an hour, 25 mile an hour. So previous owner said it had 373 gears in the rear end. It is a 12-bolt locker possi, so it's got a real nice rear end in it. It'll definitely hold up to the motor. Wipers are working, gas gauge works, radio works. However, it does not have a antenna, guys, so CD player works, but the radio does not have an antenna on the car. Again, as far as the vents down here, they all function and let the cool air in. Gauges all work good. It runs at 190. Oil pressure's at 50 pounds. Once we get the idle turned up over 1,000. Now the rear springs in this car look brand new. I think the guys just went with just a little shorter spring in the back. So if you hit a bump real hard, you're gonna bottom out those tires, not on the wheel well, but maybe on the inner wheel well a little bit. I didn't hear it there, but if you hit a bump real hard, you're gonna hear that. Yeah, I didn't do it there either, but this thing sounds just absolutely awesome. It's got a really nice sound to it. It's got a lot of horsepower under the hood and a good 12-bolt rear end that will take all the abuse you want to give it. Here's our brakes, guys. Like I said, the pedal's just firm, but we do have a good pedal, and there's no pull left or right. Again, I mentioned the speedometer's working, but it's way fast, so it's gonna need that different gear put in that transmission. Get it straightened out here a minute. Transmission shift's good. This car goes awesome down the road. Just drives fantastic. No hands on the wheel right here. Goes nice and straight down the road. Front end feels nice and tight. We got one finger going down the road. Speedometer says we're doing about 95 and we're doing about 70, so There we hit some pretty bad bumps and we didn't bottom out at all, but driving through town I was going a little fast and hit a bump and it did bottom out in the back a little bit, but goes down the road fantastic.